streaming platform which I was using. So I'm again streaming with the old thing. Means sorry for that, and hope you are able to see me now, all of you. Let me say one time. Hello, all. Okay. Oh, it is going to YouTube. That is good. Okay, it is going to YouTube. So as I've told, we will start in means another 2 minutes because I have already told that I will start at 8:45. So thanks all. I will start at 8:45. Hello, Pallavi. Sorry for that. Was having some issues there in the other app which I was using. So that's why I started here. And good morning, all. We are delayed by 15 minutes. It's okay. I will take it for. Anyways, I'm going to complete everything. So that is there. And as always, sorry to give this second link at the last moment. But it's good all of you are here, and that's shows your commitment. And all of you who are new to my YouTube here, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel and like this video. And sometimes this thing happens with live streaming, that the stream doesn't works, and I was using some other platform, and from there it is here. Hello, so hello all. So we'll start, and I am good that I'm live on YouTube, and it's okay. So as always, we'll give attendance sheet at end. Leave the attendance sheet at end as always. Thank you all, and so another 1 minute I will wait because I have told a lot of people that I will start at 8:45. So I will wait till that. Okay. Okay. So let me actually share my screen in the meanwhile, and we are going to do CSS Grid today. Okay, we are going to do CSS Grid today, and let me see whether the share is working. Yeah, we are done. We are ready at 45, and it is there anyways. So again, as always, I have a empty folder, and we are going to learn CSS Grid today. CSS Grid is a big topic, so it might take 2 days. It might take 2 days to complete CSS Grid. So let's get started, and a lot of people will might miss today, but it's okay. Sometimes these things happens. So what we are going to create a new folder first. As always, we are going to have a lot I'm going to have a lot of files, and I'm going to give the zip for this. The zip for this, the description will be the zip file will be there in the description. I think I uploaded earlier yesterday also, so it will be there. Okay, CSS Grid 1, we mentioned that CSS Grid 1. Okay, one sec. Okay, so hope you all like the Flexbox thing, and today we are doing with Grid. Okay, so Grid is, as I've always told, Grid. I like Grid personally more than Flexbox because it has got more features than Flexbox, and you can do a lot of things with that. But you can do everything with Flexbox also. Flexbox is also very important, but it is very easy to use also. So sometimes I use the combination of both of them in my projects. Okay, so that is there, and hope you all are doing this front end mentor site. So the front end mentor site is the way to do either Grid or Flexbox, anything. It is a front end mentor site. So CSS Grid I have done, and then here I'll have, as always, the index.html, and you soon learn what is the difference between Grid and Flexbox. Okay, style.css is done. Then okay, and one more thing is that in Flexbox, it is whenever you use Grid, it is much better to use a browser known as Firefox Developer Edition. I will soon say why it is very much useful. Okay, so again, like this, and CSS Grid 1 will be there, and I will link it. Link is not clear. Let me see. I think it is clear because in YouTube, what happened? It by default it takes means videos. I am showing it at full 172p. So you all have to do one thing. You means who are watching right now on YouTube, you go there, some settings is there, and there you make it to 720p, or else it gives the very means bad kind of thing. Means so you do that. Means all the people who are new here, do that thing. Okay, so that is there. And okay, so hope you are able to see now, Pallavi. So do that. Okay, one sec. So you're able to see, that's good. So see, this we did, and then what I'm going to have here we are going to have a container again. As usual, we'll have a container, and here see, 1 to 10 we are having an item we are having. Okay, so that is there, and we are again going to have some default things. So because if I am going to do this, I'm going to go live. Just a sec, maybe I will increase the font size a bit, so it is much more viewable very easily. Okay, so I use, so it will look like this. Again, it will look like this. And what we are going to do, we are going to use some default styles, because we're not here to learn means all the styles, but we are here to learn the CSS grid. So it will have that same kind of awesome kind of styles it will have. Okay, so let us have that. And here, I will have a different kind of styles than what we had earlier. So here we have this, and okay, so this is there, and the root and all, you can go through it. It is not that okay, it's very big. So root and all these things are there, some basic font size and all those things are there, and body and all these things are there. And one more thing is that I am centering everything with the flex, which I already learned. Justify content center and align item center, I'm centering everything. So now you are going to see what happens. See, it will be shown like this. So this is not something different we have done. Okay, so okay, so that is there, and it will be showing like this. Okay, so now the main thing is that we are going to learn grid as always. So let me come here, and grid also, like Flexbox, it always happens on the parent. Okay, the parent is this, so this container is there, it will always happen on the parent. So I will go here and I'll choose this container, not container, and display is grid. Yeah, so we might be thinking that okay, the moment I do display grid, something like flex will happen. See, flex, we know what happened. The moment I did a display flex, so I'm not yet saved. Okay, the moment I did a display flex, what happened? It all moved one after the another. But will that happen in grid? Okay, okay, so it will not happen in grid. Nothing will happen in grid. Okay, so because grid is, as I've told earlier also, grid is bi-direction. It is not a single direction, it is bi-direction, two directional. Bi-direction means two direction, and Flexbox is one directional. So that is one of the reason I like grid also. And you don't have anything like direction or something here. Okay, so we don't do direction and all those things here. So container is display grid, and here after that we'll have something known as GTC. So we can control the column also, and we can control the row also. So grid template column, we are going to do grid template column, and then it is like 200 pixel and 500 pixel. So what is this? So I am creating column. Grid template column means I'm creating column. I'll save it and I'll go back. See, column has been created. Two columns have been created. One is 200 pixel and one is of 500 pixel. 200 pixel and 500 pixel. So two columns are created. So this is the grid template column. And I told that grid is bi-directional, which means what? It has got grid template rows also. Grid template row. Grid template row also is there. Maybe means repeat is something which we are going to learn later on. So auto suggest is telling us this: 200 pixel, 100 pixel, 300 pixel. So these three things I'm going to have. Now I save it. See, now the rows are also been created. This is first one is 200 pixel, 100 pixel, and 300 pixel. So two more rows are there. Okay, because and we only gave three rows. If we have given five rows, it would have adjusted here, but we had given only 3 rows, so 2 of them are extra. These 2 are extra. So now what? So now these 2 are 2 are extra, and they are we are going to learn more about it. These extra things, we're going to learn more about it, how to fix it, not fix it, have to, we can have something else also there. Okay, so that is there. So now what we are going to do, okay, how to find GitHub file means what? I didn't got you how to find GitHub files. I just give it in the description. Description, there is a zip file will be there. You don't need to learn GitHub and all those things. I mean, I'm not going to teach GitHub in this CSS class, okay, because GitHub is advanced topic. I just paste the a direct downloadable zip file every day after the class. So in the description, you have to go and just click on it and you will get the files. No GitHub and all those things, means all those complicated things. If you are just a CSS developer, you doesn't need to know. The moment you start with React, you should know a bit of GitHub. Okay, so let me make it a bit small because we want to soon use it. Okay, and then gap is 5px. Okay, gap is 5px. Okay, so it is like this. Gap is 5px. And what is this gap? So gap is like, see, the gap of 5px all way around. It is all way around the 5px gap is been created. All way around the 5px gap is been created. So this is known as gap, the gap property. Okay, so that is there. Now okay, so the next thing which we are going to do is see in this thing only, as I've told earlier. So these two things are automatically taking, means whatever size it is taking it automatically. And one more thing I want to tell now, see, I can inspect this thing right now. My inspect it right like this. And one more thing is there, as I've told earlier, this browser is a special browser. This browser is known as Firefox Developer Edition, and you all have to download this browser. Not normal this is not normal Firefox. It is Firefox Developer Edition. Why this browser? This browser has got some additional features which is only there in this browser, not even in Chrome, not even in the normal Firefox. See this, it has got some grid features. Okay, so when I inspect it, I can see this grid thing. It is only here only, and I can now, so this container is a grid. It is showing that it is a grid, and now I have clicked here. You have to click here and it will show the lines. These lines are actually very important to learn grid. So because grid is sometimes more complex than Flexbox, so these lines are very important. So it is showing all these lines. So what are these lines? I told one thing that this see, these two are a bit different. This were taken automatically. So what are they? What are they actually? Okay, so they are known as, so this is known as explicit track. If you see very closely, this is got dashes, and this are got this small dot. This is known as Firefox Developer Edition. This browser is known as Firefox. Let me write it down. This is known as Firefox Developer Edition. Well, if you have to download this, I have written this. This is known as Firefox Developer Edition. This is not normal Firefox. I'm again telling you, this is not normal Firefox. And no other browser have this facility of showing these numbers you're seeing. These numbers and all those things, all these features, grid features are only in this browser. No other browser out there is there have this thing. Okay, so you have to download this one only, or else you cannot see those advanced features in grid. Okay, that is there. And see, I will now tell about the explicit tracks. So these explicit tracks see, these dashes are more, but you cannot see them, so I have to increase the font size, increase the size. So see, if I increase this size, you all can now see some dashes are there. Okay, some dashes are there. It is solid kind of dashes, so they are known as explicit track. Means we have explicitly given them, so they are known as explicit track. And see, these dots are small. These are known as implicit track because we have not given them, or we have not created these rows. They are automatically created because we have created only 3 rows: 100 pixel, 50 pixel, and 200 pixel. and this were created automatically, and this were basically it was created in a way that whatever the size this 7 is taking, it is taking that. Some padding also by default it is taking, because we have added some styles like that to have some padding and margin. Okay, so it is because of that. So it will take the whatever the space it is there, so it is like that. Okay, so those things are there. And then okay, so let me comment it as explicit track and implicit track. So now what is about explicit tracks? So this explicit tracks we can control by another thing, another property is there, which is known as grid auto rows. Okay, so we'll control it through that. Grid auto rows is 150px grid auto rows. So what does that mean? So it means the implicit tracks are there, it will be done 150 pixel each, 150 pixel grid auto rows. So these rows are 150 pixel now. These are whatever I have mentioned, but whatever is the implicit track, it will be like 150 pixel. It means that grid auto rows, it's that. Okay, so that is there. And so we have learned this thing. Okay, so we'll go ahead and okay, so now we'll learn about sizing tracks in grid. And as I've told, I will create some more files, and at the end I will give the zip files to all of you. So let us create one more file. Okay, go back here. Okay, so again here, index.html, style.css. Okay, it's there. Let us have some items. So we have a bit more items here, and sec, and we have similar styles also here. So it will center everything and all, and then I will go live. Okay, it is not showing because I have not yet linked the CSS file. Link CSS style.css, and it has been shown like we have a bit more now, 15. So let us do something. Okay, so come here again, the container thing we have to take, and then only everything will be applied. So dot container, and display is grid, and gap is 20 pixel, and okay. So this I have done, gap is 20 pixel I have given. Now I will do grid template column of 25%, 25%, 25%, and 25%. Okay, save it. Now see what will happen here. Okay. Okay. So all these 25% I have done. Now if I go back, see 25% it is done, but last one is cutting, because 25% into 4 is 100%, plus the grid gap of 20 pixel also is there. So that grid gap of 20 pixel is also there. So this is not a good way. The percentage is never a good way in the grid to give. So what is a good way? We are going to learn about a good way to give in a grid. Okay, so we'll learn about that. One sec. So we learn about that good way in a grid to give. So let us do that. And that good way is to see the good way. First, let us remove this thing and make it 200 pixel and 150 pixel. I'll do save it. Okay, and then it will show like this. Okay, and let us have a border also here. Border 5px solid black. We'll have save it. So 5px solid black is there. But now, as I was telling, I'm going to tell the good way to do that. Okay, so the good way is like a grid template column, 200 pixel, 150 pixel I have given, but then also there is a lot of spaces remaining here. So there is a unit in grid only. This is not even in Flexbox. This is a very powerful unit. This is known as FR, free space. It is known. It is sometimes known as free row, free space. I will save it, and if I go here, see what it is telling. The third one, it has taken it completely. 6 taken is only, 9 taken is only, 12 taken is only, 15 taken is. So it is taking it completely. Completely, it is taking one FR. It is taking it completely. Okay. So okay. So it is taking completely, and this is known as the FR, free space. It is FR means free space. FR. Okay. So it is taking the third one. It is taking completely. Okay. Free space ends. What if I make another thing here like 2FR? Save it. Now, see, whatever the free space, so it is the way of dividing the free space. In Flexbox also we have this free space thing. Okay, this free space thing, we were doing it by the flex property. This free space, to distribute the free space is a very important thing in web development. So this is the grid way of distributing that free space. Okay, so that is there. And now I have done 1FR, 2FR. What is this 2FR? 2FR means, see, there was earlier also this much free space, this much free space was there. From here till here the free space was there. So now this, it is divided into three parts. The free space is divided into three parts. One part is taken by the first one and two parts are taken by the second one. So 1FR means one part of the free space, and 2FR means two part of the free space. So it is done like that, 1FR and 2FR. Okay, so that is like that. And one more thing is that if instead of this I'll do a auto like this and save it. So it will take only the default space, whatever is there in the default space it will take. Okay, but that whatever space it will take, default space it will take. But if I go here and 4 I will say as again do, so it will take this much and it will adjust all of them also according to that. And this is the beauty of grid also. That's why grid is much more powerful. As I was telling, it is much more powerful than Flexbox and all. Okay, so that is the auto. It works like that, auto 1FR. Okay, so now we were seeing that repeat thing was coming a lot. Repeat was coming a lot. So how does that repeat thing works? Okay, so that repeat thing is like auto. And see, if I do repeat, okay, so let me do it without repeat. Okay, suppose I have, it's just a shortcut actually, 1FR. If I have a 1FR and 1FR, I'll save it. See what it did. This is 1FR. So actually a lot of free space was there. Okay, why is this voice coming? Yes. Okay, so a lot of free space is there. Okay, so it is doing like this 1FR and 1FR. Okay, and this 2FR. So 1FR is this, 1FR is this, and 2FR is twice the space whatever is there. So now I have written 2 times 1FR, and the repeat is just a shortcut. So how I'm going to replace it? I'm going to replace it with repeat and 2 times 1FR. And one thing, very important thing is that I was getting a lot of error earlier. There should not be any space like this. If I do like this, see, nothing is happening. Actually, it should be like this. No space should be there. Then only it will work properly. So I faced this issue earlier. I was in one of the live session. I was struggling with this for a long time. Then I figured out that okay, it is like this. Okay, so no space should be there. Two times 1FR. 2 times 1FR is like this. Okay, so that is there. And even we can go further crazy. So like this. Suppose I want to do something like 1FR, 2FR, and again I want to do something like 1FR, 2FR. Like this I want to do. So instead of doing that, what I can do, again I'm going to do it with repeat 2 times 1FR, 2FR. So it is like it will now create the pair kind of thing. So this is the FR or free space. So as I told, this is very important in Grid. Okay, so that is there. And now the next thing which we are going to do is the sizing grid items. Okay, sizing grid items, again it is a very important topic. So let's do the sizing grid item. And see, till now we have not even reached the justify content and align items, and we had learned so many things in Grid. So that way I was telling Grid is so much powerful, because even before reaching there, I'm telling me so many things, and I think that there also will reach tomorrow, because Grid is a bit bigger topic, and there are a lot of things in Grid. Okay, that is there. So let us do the next thing, which is the sizing grid item. And again I will do it in a different, because there is a lot of things here. Okay, and now here, new folder, CSS Grid 3, do here like this, and index.html and style.css. This two I will have. CSS Grid 3. Let me link it. Link CSS. So it is like this, and this time what I'm going to have a lot of items now. Okay, so I'm going to have a lot of items like this, item 1 till item 30, and I have another class also. Okay, here, so that is there. And then it does have styles also. Okay, let us go live. So a lot of things are there till 30 we have. Okay, this is great. So we'll learn about the sizing now. Okay, so I will go here and dot container and display is grid, and gap is 20 pixel, and grid see grid template column. See, repeat, even this repeat, it is showing it as wrong. So as told, it will also always, it should be this like this. So it also gives us wrong. Okay, repeat 5 times 1 fr. I'll do 5 times 1 fr. Save it. If I give, it will show like this. Okay, 5 times 1 alpha. So it is equally distributed and looking okay. So what I'm going to do, this item 9, I'm going to select this item 9, and it has got a different class also. For that reason only we have taken a different class also, because we want to choose something individuals. Okay, so I'll do the item 9 as background is misty rose, and width is 500 pixel, 500 pixel. So okay, so 500 pixel I've given. Now see, so it has become 500 pixel, the width has become 500 pixel. So all of them also have become 500 pixel with that. All of them have become 500 pixel with that. So we don't want this thing. So if you want this thing, this is okay. But there is another thing in Grid. In Grid we have another thing. So instead of this, what we can do, we can have a property known as grid column. So we are going to use that property, grid column. So grid column is like span to is there, span to save it. Now see, now what it did, it spanned it to the 2 element. Okay, it spanned it twice in the 2 of them, and it has shifted the next one down. Shifted the next one down. It's very important to see it now through this. Okay, so the lines will also be shown, because it is very important. It has taken two of the element and shifted the next one down. So if you want to do something like this, it is very good way to do it. Means if you don't want to change it according to this, if we were changing the width, it was changing the width of everything, but now I only want to change the width of the ninth one, so it is okay if it shifted it down. So this is how it is done. So now if I do this is grid column, so I'm expanding the column, so I can do the grid row also, and which is span of 2 to save it. See, now it has gone below also. So this is how it works, gone below also. So besides this, we have some other ways to do this thing. So it is not different, but some other ways also. So let me choose this item 16 and dot item 16, like background is light blue and grid column start 2 and grid column end is maybe 6. So what is this? So see, I'm saying that item 16, it will start from the second. So now this numbering system is very important, and for that only Firefox Developer Edition. So it will start from the second column, and end at the sixth column. See this numbering, this numbering is only showing because of Firefox Developer Edition, and I have opened the developer tool. So you can easily visualize this thing because of Firefox Developer Edition. 2 to 6 it is going. Okay, so that is there. Grid column start and grid column end is there. So we can do it like this. Okay, so beside this we can do it in a lot of other ways also. So like grid column start and grid column end is there. I'll just comment it out because there are some other ways also here to do it. Okay, so we can do like grid column 2 to 6. In one I'm changing it, so it is starting from 2 ending to 6 by this backslash we have to do, and it will work like that only. Okay, so that is one way. And even another, we can mix and match both of these things. So how to mix and match? Okay, so it is like grid column 2 slash span 4. This is there 2 and spanning till 4, starting from 2 and spanning till 4. So it is like this. Okay, so now one more thing here is there, and that is dot item 17. I'll do background is sienna and grid column is 1 slash minus 1. I'll do this, and then what is this 1 slash minus 1? So 17 is expanding completely. 1 slash minus 1. If you see, this 1 is there, this 1 is there, and this minus 1 is there. So minus 1 always, this 6 and minus 1 means the same thing, but it can be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Minus 1 means the last one. 1 means the start and minus 1 means the last. So minus 1 means the last, so we can directly do it like this, minus 1. Okay, so but with minus 1 there is something else also. Okay, so item 18 and background is light green and grid column is not 1 minus 1. We can even do minus 2. Minus 2 although it is not been shown, but minus 2, as you might have guessed, minus 2 means after below this, means it is from 1 to minus 2. Minus 2 is been done like this. Okay, where is this? Okay, 18 is like 1 to minus 2. Okay, so 1 below before that, so 1 to minus 2 is like this. Okay, so with this means means let us do one more dot item 20 and background is linen and grid column is 1 slash minus 3 and grid row is 8 slash 10. So just doing that, it is also possible. Okay, so this is done, and we are done with the sizing thing also. Now what we are going to do, we are going to look into very important property before we'll end today at that doing that. And before going there, let me give the attendance sheet, because all of you, it was very nice of you that attending this second stream in such a short notice. Okay, so that was really cool. So shorten this, copy URL, and as always, mark your attendance here. So right now, what I'm going to show, it is one of the most important part in grid. Okay, it is one of the most important part in grid. Yeah, responsive. I'm going to show responsive. Wait for 1 sec. I'm going to show a very big responsive thing, and this is also is responsive. Grid is always responsive. See, this is always responsive. You're seeing this is so much responsive. So grid is even more powerful than Flexbox and all. It is all responsive. Responsiveness comes auto build. So when you're using grid and Flexbox, see what happens that you don't need much of media queries. So to make anything responsive or changing, you need a media queries. But the next thing which I'm going to tell, it is the most important thing in grid. If you miss this thing, a lot of things will miss. And because there is one single line in grid, there is a single line is grid. I am not, means it is not my default browser in VS Code. It asks, everything asks, means for me it's a Firefox. Whenever you install a new browser, it will always give some pop-up that make it a default browser and all. So it will ask. So that is not some VS Code thing, that the browser will always ask for permission. By default, in Windows, everyone has Edge as a default browser. The moment you install Chrome, it will ask you, okay, should I make myself as thing, and you say yes. So there is no other way, means. Okay. So even if it is not a default browser, there is one thing which I will say. So you open it with live server, it will open it in this thing. Okay, this thing always it will open. So copy that and open Firefox developer edition, open it there, it will do. Okay, so that is there. Okay, so now I will expose this post and see, as I'm telling, this topic which I'm going to tell right now, this is the most important topic in Git, because this comes inbuilt with the your responsiveness things comes inbuilt in this topic. This is even more important than the justify content thing, which we are mostly are going to do tomorrow. And tomorrow a little less thing is remaining, so I might do some small website also with maybe Flexbox or Grid, whatever. So this is there. So we are going to look into new CSS Grid for okay index.html and style.css. CSS Grid 4 and we'll have some items again. We'll link it also. Link. Go live. So this is the grid 4. I have this item names is a bit bigger here. Item 1 to item 4. Item 1 to item 4 are there. So the first thing which I'm going to do is the container and display grid, and gap is 20 pixel and border is 10 pixel, solid black. So this is like this, just a gap is there. So now we are going to do gpc grid template column and repeat only I'm going to do. So there are two properties, one is known as autofill and one is known as autofit. They're the most powerful properties in grid. Okay, and because we are going to tomorrow we're going to create a site in 10 minutes using this property. Okay, Because this is so powerful, we are going to create a nice photo gallery with this. Okay, within 10 minutes. So this is so powerful. 150 px, and it is fully responsive. The power of it comes from that it is fully responsive. Okay, so this is there. Autofill 150 pixel I have done. Okay, so now see the magic. So what it did, see, it is trying to fit everything in this autofill, or it is 150 pixel, it is trying to fit it. Okay, so here, so what it is doing, it is trying to fill as many items as possible of 150 pixel each. Earlier what we used to give, earlier we used to give a number here, like in repeat we used to give a number, 4 5 6 7, but we don't know, means whatever the screen size we don't know. So what is this? So I will give autofill. It will try to fix 150 pixel, anything of 150 pixel as long as possible. So I go here, see now. So it is doing like this. Okay, so it is highly responsive. Not completely done, we are going to see something more also. So we have another property which is known as auto fit, which is quite similar to autofill, but how it is similar we are going to see. And for seeing that, the first thing is that we want less items. So I will comment this items. Okay, this I'll comment them. Only 4 items we have right now. And now if I go here and grid template column, how it will show, let me show. It will show like this. Okay, by default it will show like this. And I want to open the this also, developer tools, so I can know the numbers are there. Okay, so that is there. And then autofill is there, 150 pixel, it is showing like this. See, it means that if there were more items, it would have fitted here, and here, it would have fitted in these places. So that is there. And now instead of autofill, I will have auto fit. I will have auto fit. Save it. So see, now the grid is collapsing here. The grid is completely collapsing here. What does that mean? It means that if we have more items, means we cannot have it more than this. So how we can use it? Okay, how you can use it? So I will show one thing. Okay, so suppose this item 4 is there. Item 4 and grid column, and I'll give a -1 here. So it will have no effect here because this is the ending only. So auto fit, it is the ending. But if I give it auto fill, see, it will go to the end. So what is this right now? See, you might have seen in a lot of this is used a lot. This trick is used a lot in navigation. You have seen that sometime 3 for home something is there, and here the login or logout button is there, and in the mid there is some gap. So we can use this way to do it. Okay, so the last one we are moving it at the end, and we can do it. So all these tricks you should know, then it becomes easier to do all this grid and all those things. Okay, so now autofill, this is a very powerful concept, and it's make the your size completely responsive and without much use of audio queries and all. Okay, so that is there. And so what I'm going to do now. Okay, so we are going to look into another thing, means we are going to complete this thing, and how that complete responsiveness is achieved. So it is we are not yet done, and this is something which we are going to do now. So for that, we are going to actually have another 5 6 7 8. Okay, let me take this on. Okay, actually I will remove this and live dot min max container. So I have another. So div.minmax container I have, and it will have this 5 6 7 8 all these things. So I'm having another, means it is actually outside it. I just created it, and we are going to work on this. So minmax container I'll take. Okay, here I'll do this day of grid, and then gap of 20 pixel and border of 10 pixel, solid, dark, blue then GTC repeat auto fill 100%. And what I'm going to have here, so this one is I'll have it a bit bigger, so I'll have a different text. Good bye, save it. So we are going to see something known as min-max. This is the most powerful techniques with autofill in Grid. Okay, so I'll come here. See, this goodbye is a bit larger, means it is going outside also, because it is, I've taken only 100 pixel, so it is tried to fix it in 100 pixels, so it is a bit larger. So first thing is that what I'm going to do, we have some another property which is known as min-max. Okay, so this min-max property is there, and it takes two parameters. So instead of this 100 pixel, we know that it should be around 150 pixel. A bit you have to check it out maybe. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to take a min max of 150 pixel comma 1 alpha. So what does this mean? Either one, it will, so autofill is, it will try to fit everything in whatever the space it is there, but whether it will take 150 pixel or 1 fr, it depends upon whatever is applicable, means whatever, first it will try to take it in 150 pixel. If it is, it can take it in 150 pixel, it will take it in 150 pixel, or it will take it in 1 fr. Okay, so how this is done, so I will now come back here. See, now this is all done. See, this is taking actually a 1 fi, it is more than 150 pixel here, and it is top one, don't see, only see the second one, because we're doing in the second one. Top one I have kept for the references. So see, it is like this. Now I will make it responsive. See, now it is like this, and see, now what happened, it just happened that mobile view is totally perfect here. Tablet view, this is known as tablet view, is also perfect. There is a bit issue here in the desktop view, because I'm not liking it that it is not taking the complete thing. Okay, so what we are going to use here, so we are going to use auto fit here and save it. Now see the magic. So see the second one only, desktop view is completely fixed, tablet view is completely fixed, mobile view is completely fixed. So this by default is the most powerful line. This single line is the most powerful line in Grid. With this you can achieve responsiveness in anything. You don't even need media queries. Generally media queries are required. Those who know what are media queries, maybe we're going to use later on. Media queries, I might go do one front-end mentor challenge also. So media queries I might use. So this is how it is done. Okay, so you have, it means that you focus on Grid, not boot. So yeah, you have to focus on Grid is very powerful. It is very, very powerful. So the responsiveness comes automatically in Grid. Okay, maybe Bootstrap internally use Grid only nowadays. Earlier it used to use float and all this. Internally it also uses Grid only. So that's why the responsiveness comes so easily with Grid and all these things. Okay, so try to make one front-end mentor site with the Flexbox. It will really, you will not be able to make it. It will be really very, very difficult to make a front-end mentor site with Flexbox, with Bootstrap. It will be really difficult. Okay, so this is like this Grid template column, the most powerful line in Grid. And with this line, we are going to, tomorrow we are going to do one thing. We are going to build a website, a photo gallery, complete working photo gallery in 10 minutes, because of this, only this thing, without any much more your responsive with that media queries and all. Okay, so this is there. So this, as I told, this is the most powerful thing, and we're done for today. I really like that all of you came back because we have some issues, and you came back. And please do like and subscribe, and please do fill that attendance form. Hope you all have filled it. And thank you all for seeing today and coming back. Even we had a lot of problems. The zip file I will be there in the description. I'll update the zip file in the description. Thank you all again, and I will see you all tomorrow, last day of CSS Beginner to Advanced, and you'll soon receive the certificate also after that if you have filled all the attendance form.